Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Fandom Academy. This is episode 5, and as per usual, I'm joined by my two brilliant co-hosts, CJ and Layla. How you guys doing today?
I'm doing all right. I'm ready to get into a lot of the business we talk about today. A lot of really, really cool things, such as a new Taylor album, and WrestleMania road is a little bumpy right now. So ready to get into that.
Yeah, I feel like I've lived like 20 different lives in the past week. Like after the Grammys, that was just such an eventful night. I was up until like 5 a.m. that night and I had to like make so many calls and wake so many people up to just like tell them all the news that we're going to be talking about very soon. But yeah, I'm very excited to get into today's episode.
Yeah, I don't know what is in the air. I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden, everything dropped at once. We have a lot of Disney news. We have a new Taylor album. We have the Grammys to go over, WrestleMania, and all that stuff. So let's get into it. CJ, I'll start with you with our WrestleMania stuff, and then we'll take it from there.
So last Friday, a week ago from recording, February 2nd, the world burned on Friday Night SmackDown when Cody Rhodes decided he was just going to give up his WrestleMania spot, which he won in the Rumble, so that The Rock could face Roman Reigns at WrestleMania.
Got him.
Which, if you know anything about The
What?
Rock, he loves to be the star of the show. We've seen it in Fast and Furious. We saw it in the DCEU. The man who probably killed the DCEU is The Rock. So this is no surprise, but we have had an update since. In the week following, we want Cody trended worldwide on like the top. It was number one trend for like 2 days in a row, and it was like top 10 for like 4 days straight. The people were not very excited that Cody Rhodes got kicked out of the spot, and WWE responded. They heavily leaned into the hashtag We Want Cody trend on Raw, the Rocky Sucks chants that were going on Raw. And yesterday at the press conference, it was announced that Cody Rhodes will face Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, and it leaves a lot of questions because we get what we want. Thank God. We don't have to watch The Rock versus Roman Reigns. However, where does this leave The Rock? Because he was still at the press conference and he was a heel. He was very not a good guy. He was beaten. He slapped the hell out of Cody Rhodes. He was talking shit, yelling at Triple H. It's been wild. I think it worked out. The story that they told at the press conference worked out pretty good. I think it gets a lot of heat on The Rock, and we get what we want, which is Cody versus Roman. But whew, it has been a week, and it was so bad. People were fantasy booking things for how the hell does WWE get out of the situation, and they booked themselves into a corner. We'll find out more tonight on SmackDown. Triple H is set to be there, so by the time this releases, you'll have known what he said. But the road to WrestleMania has been not great to start. A lot of unneeded turns already, but it's gotten a lot of cheers for Cody Rhodes. He's going to be the biggest babyface in the world come when we get to Philly, so that's exciting. But it's been wild, and The Rock needs to stay away from that main event, please.
I'll tell you where it leaves The Rock. It leaves him butthurt because that man is just a walking ego.
Dude,
It's okay. He can go film the live action Moana now.
Oh, God.
You could tell when he was getting booed. And, like, if you looked at his Twitter or, like, his comment section on Instagram or Twitter at the days after Friday Night SmackDown, I mean, I think it was a Twitter post he had about how cool that moment was and how much and how big this match is going to be. And literally every single comment was fucking hate. Every single one. His ego had to take a massive blow. And there's even news. Sean Rossap from Fightful, who is someone I look up to in journalism, reported that The Rock was actually the one pushing for this match. And he recently, like as of a week or two ago, was put onto the board of TKO, is the parent company of WWE. He was put on the board. And once he was on the board, he pushed for this match and even pushed to win. Someone who hasn't been an active wrestler since 2000s, early 2000s. He'd come back into a match or so here and there, but hasn't been an active wrestler in years, even a decade probably. And bro was pushing to beat Roman Reigns, who hasn't been beaten one-on-one since 2020. So What does that
there's
say
no
about
way.
The Rock?
There's no way. That's so crazy. Like, it's one thing to honor him because obviously he's a huge part of that whole wrestling, everything.
And how it's been successful. Yeah.
Right. For him to come back and be like, yeah, I know I rock, literally. And I'm going to put on a show and I'm going to win. That's so crazy.
And it's like the even thing the Cody Rhodes story has been being built. We've been talking about Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns since last year's WrestleMania. They've been building to this moment for 2 years, and the way he was almost about to just swoop in and be like, nah, it's my story now is insane.
That's crazy.
Insane.
He tried to do it with the DCEU too, and look where that got.
Yeah. And it's not like I want to see The Rock versus Roman Reigns. That's a big ass match, but not right now. Absolutely not right now. And everyone wants to see this match. It would have worked perfectly last year's WrestleMania, the WrestleMania before. It would have been awesome. Not right now. So I'm glad we're back to getting Cody versus Roman. Yeah. So what I hope happens is that WrestleMania, Cody just beats Roman clean, and because the whole thing is head of the table, because The Rock and Roman Reigns are cousins. They're in the same bloodline. And Roman says he sits at the head of the table of that family. He's like the tribal chief, per se, as he calls himself. And I think what would be cool is Roman loses at WrestleMania to Cody. Cody gets his moment. Cody finishes the story. And then you have The Rock come out and just look pissed and not happy with Roman Reigns at all. And then you have a full year to build it up to next year's WrestleMania, because The Rock versus Roman Reigns should happen at WrestleMania. So I think that would be so much better than whatever the fuck they were going to do this year, because it was rough. But we are in a positive direction. I'm back to being excited for WrestleMania, because there's a minute there where I was like, fuck this. I don't want to watch this. So I'm glad. And hopefully The Rock has a little bit of an ego check.
Yeah, hopefully sometime soon, because like I personally love The Rock. I think he's an amazing person, but sometimes like with these big projects, and especially being involved in DC and now WWE again and WrestleMania and all that, like take a chill pill, bro. Like you have time, just let it rock. Build it up a little bit. But yeah, another huge thing that happened this year recently is the Grammys. We've been looking forward to the Grammys for a few weeks now. We've been, speculating and all that. So Layla, I'll pass it to you if you want to go ahead and bring us into that.
Yeah, this was an eventful evening. So much happened. So many great wins. So many amazing performances, as CJ is demonstrating.
The album of the year. The album of the year.
Midnights by Taylor Swift won Album of the Year, as it should have. We all knew it was going down. But before we get into the biggest thing that happened at this year's Grammys, we'll run through a few of the performances, a few of the winners, and we will start with the performances. Dua Lipa opened the show. I thought she was incredible.
Killed it. I think she was the best. Second best performance of the night. I think there's only one performance better than her.
Yeah, we also got Miley Cyrus performing Flowers. Mm-hmm. She killed that. She was like, why are you pretending you don't know the words to this song? Like, you fucking tell them. Because, like, the audience can be so dead at award shows sometimes. And, like, they do know the words. They're just sitting there, like, because like, they know the camera might pan around to them. Like, shut the fuck up. You know the song.
Also, respect Taylor for that. Because if there's one thing about Taylor Swift, no matter who's performing, Taylor Swift will be standing and having a great time.
Yeah. That's one of the, many reasons I love her so much. She was stood for everyone, and even during like everyone's acceptance speeches, she was stood clapping and cheering them on.
Did you see the video for dancing to Fiend by Travis Scott?
Yeah.
So funny as fuck. Also, that performance was great as hell too. When he was smashing chairs and shit, I was eating that shit up.
It was so good.
I saw a tweet that someone said he was pretending that the pile beneath the chairs was Timothée Chalamet.
I can see it.
Bye.
Feel the fire.
My favorite performance of the night was Billie Eilish's. I don't know if it was everyone's favorite, but it was mine. She performed What Was I Made For, which also won Song of the Year. Am I right in thinking this is the first time she's performed it live?
No, I think she did it.
I want to say she did it. Yeah, she did it on SNL, and I want to say she even did it on because she was touring over the summer, and I want to say she did it then too.
Right.
I don't know how often. I want to say I saw a TikTok. I'm not totally sure, but she looked great too. The Barbie fit,
Mhm.
iconic.
Yeah.
I love how the entire Barbie cast is just wearing Barbie clothes.
I
It's
know. I
As they
love it so
should.
I never want this era to end because I just
great. I
want
know.
everyone to
It's
keep like
almost over
Margot
though.
especially.
Oscars is the end, I
I
fear.
know. I'm so sad about it. But CJ, what was your favorite performance?
So I was just absolutely blown away by Tracy Chapman and Luke Combs singing Fast Car. Fast Car is one of my favorite songs, and Tracy Chapman just does not come into the public eye that often. And I love her so much. She's an icon. And seeing them perform together was crazy. They sounded so good. The performance was so
Amazing.
good. And that song still remains one of the best written songs I've ever heard in my life. The build up to the chorus and everything. It's just, and the way they performed it was so good. It was beautiful. My favorite performance of the night. Dua Lipa was second though, because damn, did she look good.
It was great. Yeah.
That
Another
performance
amazing.
alone.
Yeah.
That
Another
performance
great
alone
performance was
made me want to go to tour. I want to see Dua Lipa on tour so bad.
No, literally, me too. I bet she's so good, like actually live, like right in front of you. I was gonna say another amazing performance was SZA. She was insane. She also won. What was it? She won.
Best R&B
she
song
won
for
for
Snooze.
best R&B song. Didn't she win one with Phoebe Bridgers for?
Yeah, Ghost in the Machine.
Ghost in the Machine.
Best duo.
Yeah.
That
That was
deserved
great.
to.
Yeah, also Boy Genius winning their
Yes.
Grammys. I was fucking bawling my eyes out.
Julian crying.
I know. I love them so much. I'm so happy for them. And Phoebe winning some too.
Side note, while we're on the subject, Phoebe's reaction when the dancer during SZA's performance was dancing on the table she was sitting at.
Yeah. She was having the
So
biggest
funny.
gay panic of her life.
Yeah. I love Boy Genius, and let's just have a moment for Boy Genius here, because they are. If you haven't heard the news,
I don't want to talk about it.
They're done. They're splitting up. They're going their separate ways for a little bit.
No.
I think they called it. What they call it?
Hiatus.
Not a permanent, but like an indefinite hiatus. So probably for a while. Yeah, and that bums me the fuck out because, guys, this album legitimately. One of the best albums I've ever listened to in my life. Yeah. Like it's legitimately insanely good. And it's their first album. They released one album and then an EP, and then they're gone. They're gone again. Because before they released an EP in 2018 and they disappeared until this year. And then they released an album, an EP, and they're gone again. It's just like, we gotta appreciate Boy Genius while they're around.
Right.
They're so good.
I love them so much. Yeah, Midnight's also won Best Pop Vocal Album. Also Jedi Survivor won an award, which is
CJ's
crazy to
loving
me.
that.
They won a Grammy. I want to say it's their first award they've won for that game, because I don't think they got any at the Game Awards.
Yeah.
No.
Like that's kind of funny, but
which is insane,
good for them.
by the way. Story for a different day.
Barbie won Best Compilation Soundtrack. Oppenheimer won Best Score for Visual Media. There was a lot of good wins. A lot of
Miley Cyrus got her first Grammy record of the year.
I was so happy for her. Oh my god. And she looked fucking amazing too. Like she
looked so good. She looked ripped. She looked like she had been hitting the gym. Her shoulders were massive. She looked great. And she looked so happy. Like during, I know we talked about it earlier, but during the Flowers performance, she's like, "I don't want to fight, but we did." And I just won my first Grammy. It's so iconic. Miley Cyrus will always be famous.
She raised me, literally. I just remember being like 5 years old watching Hannah Montana.
I was actually gonna say
that Grammy was for Hannah Montana.
There was something I saw. I think it was on Twitter where it was like she had manifested that she'd win a Grammy or something, and in Hannah Montana, like when she was younger, and here she is winning her first Grammy. Love to see it.
As she should. She's an icon. But yeah, one of the biggest and best
Katy
moments.
Perry and Nicki Minaj in the room full of 0 Grammy wins.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
I saw that. Someone made a tweet. It's like she was like walking out the door. It was like Miley leaving Katy Perry and Nicki Minaj. In
I know exactly. I can picture what that tweet is.
And I'm like, Nicki Minaj nor Katy Perry have ever won a Grammy.
That's crazy.
That's foul.
Yeah.
But anyways,
they still got time. But yeah, the biggest and best moment of the night, which left us all in absolute shambles. CJ,
Gasped.
tell everyone what happened. If you haven't heard already, which you definitely have.
If you're a Reputation Taylor's version believer, I am so sorry for you. Because this was the moment. This was the moment. She changed her picture the morning up and she changed it to black and white, which makes sense now. But we were all like, oh my God,
chaos.
It's happening. Reputation TV. Everyone's speculating vault track names, when we were going to get it, the fit she was going to wear at the Eras Tour. And then Taylor walks on stage after winning, I believe, Pop Song of the Year for Anti-Hero, or was it Midnights, the pop vocal album?
I think it was Midnights.
Midnights, yeah. She walks on them with, she's like, this is my 13th Grammy. I was like, oh, here we go.
I was like, for fuck's sake.
I was like, here we go. And she's like, I want to reward my fans by releasing my brand new album. And I was like, you what? Your what? Your brand new album? Hello? He's like, Tortured Poets Department, releasing April 19th. And I was shook. Because I was ready for Reputation. Everyone on the planet was ready for Reputation. Everyone. Brand new album took me off guard. And respect to the Swifties out there who have held true on the 2 re-releases pattern. Because they're winning more than anyone right now. Because they got us all. But I'm so excited. This is going to be insane. We already got the track list. The name alone throws shade to Joe Alwyn, who had a very questionable statement about the album a day ago.
Literally, get fucked, Joe Alwyn. Please.
Where he was like, I removed myself from her narrative, and I'm very glad I did. I was like, fuck you.
Right.
Fuck you.
We'll see about that. We'll see about that.
Fucking life, nerd. Jesus. You'll always be relevant, Joe Alwyn.
Yeah.
That was mean. Anyways,
no, it wasn't.
The collabs.
But also, I didn't know who he was until like recently because of
the only.
No one knows who he is.
But the only movie I've seen him in is Boy Erased, and he was shit in it. So,
anyways,
the collabs for the album are actually
crazy.
very surprising.
God.
I did not think I'd ever be witnessing a Post Malone Taylor Swift collab. I love
crazy.
Post Malone so much. I have one of his vinyls right here. But them together was such a shock to me. And the song's called Fortnite. So all you Fortnite gamers out there, get ready to default to this one. Like, I know I am. But we also get a collab with Florence and the Machine, which is going to be amazing. The song's called Florida. Their voices together are going to end me. I really hope it's not a Lana situation, because I see Lana situation happening more to Florence and the Machine than I do Post Malone. But I think she's learned from the Lana situation, hopefully.
100%, because she re-recorded the song because everyone complained.
But the album was written 2 years ago. 2 years ago. She's been. Well,
you know what else was written 2 years ago?
You're losing me. But she said she's been working on it for 2 years. So, I mean, some of the songs could be brand new. She could have wrote like a song a month ago. But she also could have wrote the song 2 years ago. So anywhere in that stretch, I don't think we're getting any Travis songs on this album. I think it's too late for that.
Absolutely not.
This is going to be the Joe Alwyn, the roast of Joe Alwyn. What Red was to Jake Gyllenhaal, what Speak Now was to John Mayer. This is what Tortured Poets Department will be to Joe Alwyn. And if you're asking for any proof, the name is Tortured Poets Department. Joe Alwyn's group chat, which Taylor Swift was publicly not fond of, Tortured Man Club. So,
yeah,
we love to see it.
I'm very excited. Layla, what do you think? What are you thrilled about?
I'm like, the last thing in my mind was a new album. I was like, it's gonna be Reputation. Just everything pointed towards Rep, apart from like the red herring thing on her website, which to be fair, there was a few people that were like, no, Rep's the red herring, she's gonna announce a new album. Congrats to you, I hope you're happy. My mind is just so baffled to the thought that we could get the Tortured Poets Department songs as surprise songs.
What does this mean for tour? Like, it's the Eras Tour, and as of April 19th, there'll be a new era. And it's like, people who have tickets to the Eras Tour before April 19th, I'm so sorry.
sorry.
I have shows in November and in August. So I'm hoping she adds a whole set, because I think there's a chance. I don't know if she will. I would say, honestly, I'd give it 75-25 in the way that she doesn't add the new set. it wouldn't shock me if she doesn't add a new set and just adds these in the surprise songs.
Yeah.
Because she's really been, I mean, especially as we've seen in Japan, it doesn't seem like she's changing the set at all until tour's over.
No.
So it would be shocking if it wouldn't be shocking if she added the new set, but I would be surprised. I'll put it that way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fair. Because, like, also, I feel like Taylor would be like, yeah, that's unfair to the people that have already come to see me. But also,
she does have, what? She wraps up in November, so she has, like, 7 months of tour after the album drops still, though. So, I mean, there's a chance.
She could just do a whole, like, new tour. Like, what's stopping her?
Yeah. Because also, if she doesn't tour for this album now, what are we going to do? Wait 5 years to get a tour for this album? So, I don't know. She might. It's very, very intriguing things going on there, but it's not the only intriguing thing about the Eras Tour, as it's coming to Disney Plus. I believe it comes March something-ish.
Yeah. I can't remember
March
the exact
6th,
date.
maybe? Does that sound right?
Find it.
But it's coming, and we're finally getting Cardigan. Finally. After it not making the theatrical release or the home release. We're finally getting Cardigan.
15th.
March 15th. Cool. And 4 more surprise songs as well, which are all from the acoustic set, which we don't know what they are yet. I've seen speculation. Really hoping Maroon is one of them, because that song live is amazing.
Oh my God, I would die.
But yeah, Jaden, how are you feeling about new Taylor Swift?
Yeah, actually, so I've been sitting on the edge of my seat waiting to say it. I actually, the night that it was like announced, I don't know if it was the same night or maybe the next day, I pre-ordered the vinyl. Because yeah. The second I saw Post Malone and Florence and the Machine, I was like, there's just no way I'm not pre-ordering this right now, because that alone is enough to convince me to spend $50 on this thing.
Yeah. It's gonna be crazy. And the genre, I know people are speculating synth pop. I don't know if there's been any confirmation of that. I have no idea. Taylor has been all over the genre realm as of late. I mean, Lover was, from 1989 to Lover, it was all pop. And then we get to Folklore, and everything changed. We're back into a little bit country, folkish realm, indie type music, and Evermore is kind of in that same realm as Folklore. And then you get to Midnights, which I would classify as synth pop. I would say that's synth pop.
Yeah.
And then we have the re-recordings where she really leaned into heavy rock on Speak Now, I would say. I'd say that's probably at least a pop rock album. And then you have 1989 re-recorded, which is just pop, as it should be. So I have no idea what this album, just by the name and all the stuff I've been seeing about it, it sounds like Folklore's baby cousin. Like, that's what I'm
exactly
thinking.
What I was going to say. That it definitely has very deep connections to Folklore. Maybe Folklore and Evermore, or obviously the sister albums, either like a very older, more mature sister, or like at least a first cousin or something.
But also with Poet in the name, I know this is about to be a lyrical masterpiece. This is about to be insane. And we have some track names. There's one I want to talk about specifically, and that is your track 5 of this album, which, if you know anything about Taylor, that's a heavy crown to wear. And it's called So Long London. And you know what I think I might do the first time I listen to So Long London? I might do a little pause and put London Boy on first and then go immediately into So Long London. Because listening to them back to back is going to be crazy.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
I'm terrified. I'm just excited. I was just going to say I'm excited to make the So Long London TikToks when you guys leave.
Me when I get on the plane. There's also another track called I Can Fix Him, I Promise, I think is what's called.
Mm-hmm.
And I just immediately, TikTok, I need you. You always hit me with the edits. I need you to give me an Anakin Skywalker edit to the song. Please.
Yeah.
Please. I've been seeing a whole bunch of people saying Bucky, but Bucky's already been fixed. Give me Anakin. Like, prime Anakin. I can fix him. And get it from Obi-Wan's perspective. Please.
Oh my God, stop.
Please.
Also,
TikTok editors, if you're listening, please please.
Also, the "But Daddy, I Love Him" edits are gonna go
Yes.
crazy.
Also,
Wait,
theory time.
didn't
Do we think?
UMG take all music off of TikTok, or is that?
Yeah, but bitches are already getting around that.
Yeah. They tried their best.
All right. Yeah.
But there's another song called LOML. Do we think it's Love of My Life or Loss of My Life?
I think it's Love of My Life.
I think
I
it's Love
think
of My
that-
Life too.
I think it's definitely because she was with Joe for a long time, and even though it
6-7
might have
years,
ended
yeah.
badly, she was in love with that man. No denying it. Like
What's
they
up,
were in love
boo?
with each other, and
Yeah.
you know, maybe he was the love of her life, and it's gonna be about like her losing him, basically. I guess.
And from the back of the album, there's a quote or a poem, a small one. It says, "I love you. It's ruining my life."
Yeah.
And if you've listened to "You're Losing Me," if you listen,
No.
this is
No,
not going to
thank
be a
you.
happy dance at the club album. I mean, some songs might be.
Mm.
Some songs are going to make you want to like lay in bed and cry yourself to sleep. If you're a firm believer of love isn't real, like I occasionally dip my toes into, this
Mhm.
album is for you. This is everyone claim it. All right, now that we've talked about it, everyone claim a song that to be yours.
Oh, that's
I think I'm
hard.
gonna claim "So Long London." I think I'm gonna take the track 5. I'm gonna take the bailout here. I was debating between that and Fortnite, but I think I'm taking "So Long London."
I'm gonna take Fortnite just because.
Posty, and it's called Fortnite. I can't think of a better song.
I'm gonna take. I don't know. Maybe I Can Fix Him. I'm gonna take that.
That's valid.
Mhm.
If you're listening and you want to play a fun little game, leave your most anticipated track or the track you're claiming in the comments to get a shout out next week.
Oh my goodness.
We'll
Do
shout
it.
you out. But unless anyone has anything else to add about the Tortured Poets Department, which if you want to hear us talk more about Tortured Poets Department, just tune in next week because I'm sure we'll talk about it.
We're gonna be talking about it every day until it comes out, basically. So.
Yeah, just tune in. But that's not the only big news we've gotten this week, as Disney decided to just open their diary and tell us literally everything they have going on for them. So, Jen, take us away.
Yeah, so I don't know if there was like some sort of investor call that
There was an
I wasn't
investor
aware
call.
of. I was
Yeah.
gonna say because the fact that we literally got all this news in the span
On
of
one
like
day,
a day
an
Came out
hour
is
fucking
too.
so
nowhere.
crazy.
It's like
Out of
all in the span of
nowhere.
an hour too. It was
Yeah.
weird.
Mhm.
That's why I was
Yeah.
like, I hadn't heard of an investor call, but I texted our friend Damon. I was like, anything going on? Like,
Yeah.
why? Is there like some controversy or something that they're trying to cover
Yeah.
up, or what's
Right.
happening? And he's like, there's an investor call. I was like, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, listen, I'm going to eat it all up because one
Yeah.
of my personal favorite Disney movies, Moana, is apparently getting a sequel. And as CJ said, it was supposed to be a series at some point, but now it's become a film. I'm pretty excited for that. We got some first looks. I wouldn't really say it was a trailer, but we got like an image of a whale, so like a fluorescent whale.
It looked very cool.
Very
It did
cool.
look cool.
It kind of looked like her grandmother in the first one, how she turned into the stingray. It kind of looked like that whole vibe with the spirit and everything.
Oh no, who's dying?
Right, yeah.
Oh
we'll see.
no, I didn't even think about that.
But that was really cool. I'm so excited for that. Like I said, one of my favorite Disney movies, and the fact that we're getting a second one is crazy. Not too long, I mean, I want to say a few months ago, we got announced the live action version of Moana with
Also,
The
I
Rock.
feel like the priority of the announcements was kind of backwards. I feel like we maybe should have
Yeah.
Moana 2.
Yeah.
I almost feel like I wonder if they like rushed Moana 2 up or gave it the theatrical release instead of the Disney Plus show because of the criticism they got when they announced the live action that we're doing a live action remake before we get a
Maybe.
sequel. I wonder if
Yeah.
that like changed their plans at all. Because
hope
this
so.
felt like completely out of left field. Like
Yeah.
I hadn't even seen rumors of a Moana 2, and then here we are with already.
Right.
They do a shit job at covering up what they're doing. Look at Daredevil right now. Like,
Right.
They usually do a terrible job. So I was very impressed that no one had even heard of Moana 2.
Yeah,
I'm very excited. Very, very
insane.
excited.
We also got
Carvalho is coming back too. I saw him make a TikTok with the Nicki
Really?
Minaj audio. Do you know who's like hello? It's like Nicki Minaj audio from Bigfoot where she's speaking. I don't remember the words word for word, but it's like threatening almost. Like Nicki Minaj was threatening. And they put it to the Ghostface rant. And it was Ali Carvalho saying, all my friends after I hid the Moana 2 secret from them. And she's iconic. She's one of the best parts of the Mean Girls musical. If you haven't seen it, I know it gets a lot of hate, but give it a chance, guys. Give it a chance. It's good.
I want to soon.
You should.
We also got a new teaser for Inside Out. I'm just gonna go down the list because we got a lot of stuff. Yeah. We got a new teaser for Inside Out 2, which looked pretty good. We got a speculated release date for Toy Story 5, Frozen 3. Toy Story 5 is so crazy to me. The fact that they're even doing that is insane. They shouldn't have even done 4.
I have so much to say about that.
We got Frozen 3.
I love
and
Shut up.
The Mandalorian and Grogu in 2026. Mm-hmm. Now let's kind of go over those first, because after that we got some other things to dive into, and that's already an interesting topic in itself. But yeah, so The Mandalorian and Grogu 2026. Layla, I'll pass that to you because obviously that's your guy. What do you think about this?
I want to die thinking about the fact I have to wait 2 more years to see him again. Yeah. Like, it's 2026. 2026 just doesn't exist in my eyes, you know? Like, 2024, I had trouble comprehending. Yeah, exactly. I had trouble comprehending 2024, and now you're telling me 2026 exists? No, it doesn't. You know, I want to say I have faith, but I really don't. I really think that The Mandalorian should have stayed a TV show, but that's a conversation for another day. I'm excited to see him on the big screen, but I'm also terrified. It's
on the big screen because they have to kill Dan.
Yeah, whatever. I don't want to talk about it right now. Anyways, Toy Story 5. Toy Story raised me. I think I watched Toy Story in the womb. Like, I've just absorbed all of these films. Like, I have every single Toy Story toy under my bed. Right. Like, physical. Do you have the unicorn? Yeah, I do. I have all of them. That's the best one. Buttercup, Icon. And
or the bunny from Toy Story 4. Yeah. The bunny's also iconic.
Yeah, bunny's good. Toy Story 4 was an interesting film. I loved it because I had to, but it was not the best, okay? And it got so much hate. Not a lot of people like it. So the thing with Toy Story 5, I think it should have ended at 4. I don't know what they're going to do with another story, but I'm here for it, and I'll watch it, and I'm going to love it anyway.
Here, I'll say this about Toy Story 4. I get why people don't like it, but also I sobbed like a bitch in that movie.
Me too. Yeah.
I sobbed like a child. I loved it, personally. I thought it was good. I mean, here's the thing. Would I rather have more Toy Story or no Toy Story at all? And I love the Toy Story films, so I'm here for more Toy Story.
My thing is, where could they possibly go? Because I feel like they put such a, like you said, like as much as 4 was like it still was a good film. It made me cry. And the way that they ended it, they put a nice little bow on it. It was perfect. It was a nice little send off. And that honestly should have been it. Now Toy Story 5 is like, what could you possibly do?
Well, Woody's not even in the picture anymore. Like,
right. What could you possibly do?
The theory I will always stick to is Andy will have been grown up, and it's set in like in the future, and he has kids, and like in Toy Story 3 when Woody is explaining to them all, one day he'll have kids and we'll be there for him. I think, because Bonnie still has these toys, I think Bonnie's going to grow up. She'll be at college age. She's moving. And she doesn't know what to do with these toys. And because her and Andy are like family friends or whatever, she's heard that he had a kid, or kids plural. So she takes the toys back to Andy and they start a new adventure with Andy's kids. And then I will kill myself because I'll be so emotional. And it will just absolutely ruin my life. But that's the theory I will always stick to.
The Bonnie send-off has to be good, though. Like the Bonnie
Yeah.
send off has to be
Yeah.
good. Because listen, Bonnie's annoying as fuck. Like we all know this.
No, I don't know where this came from.
Like Bonnie is annoying, but she has had these
No.
toys for a while, so she has to have a good send off. But I'm all for Andy's
Yeah.
kids. I don't understand.
Yeah.
Give me a reason why you like Bonnie.
I don't know. She's just never done anything to annoy me.
She's a child
Maybe
who
next
loses her
time.
toys more than anything else in the world.
Yeah, but I was that child, so I think.
But when
me.
I think of Bonnie, I think of a little girl running around screaming and crying, annoying the shit out of me.
With snot and tears running down her face every 5 minutes.
Whatever.
Also, she has a fuck ass haircut for a little kid. Her mom needs to do better.
You have her haircut. Fuck up.
Yeah, there's a difference.
We also got 2026 release date for Frozen 3, which
I'm so excited for this.
I'm so excited for because
nice.
Frozen 1 and 2
Frozen 2 is
kinda like,
better than Frozen 1.
I
agree.
agree. The soundtrack
agree.
and everything is better in
Yep.
Frozen 2 than Frozen 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Lost in the Woods.
Into the Unknown.
Iconic.
peak.
Yes. Show Yourself is the best Frozen song that exists. Like I
100%.
firmly believe that. And I am curious where they go with the Frozen 3 story though, because Elsa's not queen anymore. It's Anna. Elsa's little in the forest. And where do we go from here? Do you think this will be the last Frozen film?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it would just like wrap up a trilogy, you know? But then we have Toy Story 5 now, so who really knows?
True.
I'm thinking if it's not the last one, it'll be the last one for a while. I think we'll get a
Yeah.
break.
Like Toy Story 3 came. Oh no, Toy Story 4 came
there
out.
was
in
a
what,
while
like
between 2019.
2017?
I think it was
Oh
2019.
really?
Yeah.
And Toy Story 3 was 2010, so there was like a 9-year gap.
9-year
there.
gap. Yeah, I think it'll be similar to that. But I'm curious to see where this goes. I love Jonathan Groff, Kristen Bell, and Idina Menzel so much. I'm so glad they get to do this. But I've been seeing these damn fan theories about Rapunzel and Elsa and Anna all being related since I was like fucking 8 years old. So let's do that. Because we also haven't seen Princess Rapunzel since like 2012,
I miss
13.
Rapunzel.
Right.
So get her in this. If you can find a way to work her in, work her in.
That would be a hell of fun.
Because she was in the first one.
She's at the coronation.
She was in the first one. She didn't have a role in it, but she did have a little cameo. And I don't know if it was just like a cameo. It's like, haha, look, it's Rapunzel to just get like fan buzz, or if they actually had like meaning with it. We don't know.
I feel like it's hard because with Disney, they do that shit all the time. Like, especially with like when they can put in a cameo of any sort, even if it's like a toy in Toy Story, they're gonna do it.
Every Pixar movie has a hint towards the next film.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
Yeah.
So like this is Disney animation, so it's different than Pixar, but like they love their Easter eggs.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
And even if we don't get Rapunzel in this movie, Disney, instead of making Toy Story 7, let's make Tangled 2.
Right.
Also,
Please.
I saw Cars 4 was in development. Nah.
No.
Nah.
Tangled is one of the best made
God.
Disney movies ever. Everyone loves Tangled. Make more.
I could get behind that.
Yeah. Also, with the Cars 4 thing, Cars 1 is one of the best Disney movies. I eat that shit up. Every other Cars, dog shit. Bad. Explain to me how from Cars 1 we're race cars and it all makes sense, to in the second movie we're all spies and we're killing other cars, and in the third movie we're back to being race cars like nothing happened.
I feel like
what the hell?
I feel like 2 is the reason why that shit went down the road. Because like there's just no way. Like you can't go from, like you said, from racing to spies to racing.
Yeah. Also, like, when I was a kid, I loved Cars 2. But like anytime I'm trying to watch that shit now, I'm just like, nope. It's bad. Because how the hell are they killing other cars?
They should have just stuck with like him racing out of the country, because that would have been sick. Because I loved every bit of that part of it. But then they brought in the spy stuff. It was like, why?
Life is a highway.
The only good thing is we got the hottest car to date in Holly Shiftwell.
Yep.
Valid.
Listen, if you haven't listened to us talk about how hot and attractive the cars from Disney Pixar's Cars are, this is a normal occurrence.
Basically, any Disney animated character that isn't a human that we've talked about being hot.
True.
Regular.
Speaking of Judy Hopps, by the way.
Icon.
Hottie. Zootopia 2 in 2025.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Nick Wilde, our favorite Dill.
Give me him back. I need him.
In what way do you need him?
Right.
Always.
And Judy Hopps, the baddie of all Disney movies, is coming back to our screen. Get ready for the fanfics and Rule 24 to go wild.
Absolutely. But 2025, honestly, now that we're on the topic, is a stacked year of film and television. Because just in films alone, we have Captain America 4. So, okay, this is all alleged, supposed, so we'll see how it actually turns out.
We'll see about that.
We have Captain America 4. We have a live-action Snow White, Fantastic Four, Thunderbolts, Blade, Zootopia 2, and Avatar 3.
None of that is happening.
What? What?
Here's the ones I'm a believer in. I'm a believer Cap 4 comes out next year.
Yeah,
It's
I can
supposed
see
to
that.
come out this year, so that shit will be in the can. That's coming out next year. Snow White live action. I don't think the live action movies ever really get delayed. That'll probably come out next year.
Yeah.
Fantastic Four. I will be stunned.
No.
I will be shocked if that comes out next year. And if it does come out next year, it's November, December. But here's the other thing with that. Another movie I think will come out next year, Avatar 3. And that has that November, December slot. And I don't know if you've learned your lesson from the past two Avatar films. Don't compete with it. Don't.
Right.
You'll lose. Don't compete with it. So I don't think we're getting Fantastic Four next year. Thunderbolts, I can see it. For me, that's 75-25 coming out this year, getting delayed. I think it has a higher chance to come out next year than not. Blade, fuck no. That's 2026.
There's no way. Especially
Does
Does it even have a director?
I don't know.
I think Mahershala is the only thing attached to that
amount of
project
times,
right now.
The amount of news that's come out with like, so-and-so left Blade. Oh, there's creative differences behind the scenes of Blade. Fucking the actors in Blade don't like this. Like, it's like, what is happening? Figure your shit out over there. And with Fantastic Four, I'm sorry, but Pedro's so busy. There's like at least 5 projects that I've come across that he's in or working on or will
There's
be
literally
working on.
like 13.
And now he's in a rom-com with Chris Evans and Dakota Johnson. So like,
how, bro? Like, you're not you're great, but there's no way. There's just no way you can do it all.
He's gonna get so fatigued, and he's gonna have to take like a break from acting. Like, it's gonna get bad.
Yeah.
But also, he's gonna be rich off his ass though. He's gonna be rich as fuck doing all these movies.
Yo, this man's setting up generational wealth at this point.
Pedro, be my sugar daddy, please.
But Avatar 3, I'd honestly put in the same boat as Thunderbolts. I believe it's coming out because I've been working on it for a long ass time, but I do think there's a chance it gets delayed. But the thing is, Avatar runs November, December, so if they delay it, it won't come out till the end of 2026, which is terrible. So
crazy.
I think it comes out next year. Also, Michelle Yeoh is attached to that project, and I'm so excited. I love the Avatar films; they're stunning, and now the cast is just getting even bigger. Sam Worthington, Zoe Saldana. What's her name? Michelle Yeoh, I just said. Kate Winslet and Sigourney Weaver. That's who it is.
There it is.
It's also in it. She's iconic too. So that cast is really, really good. Also, Jack Champion I think he's in it. I know he's in Avatar too. I'm not sure which child he played because they were blue, but I know he's a big fan base. He might have been the one that died. I do not know.
Yeah, I'm super excited for 2025, to be honest. Like, obviously, I don't think we're going to get all these, but, it'd be really great. Layla, I'll pass it to you. As we mentioned with Pedro Pascal and F4 and all that, let's dive into what's going on. Where can we kind of break this all down?
I'm going to keep this short because I've literally had it up to here with all this fucking casting. So, it got reported by Daniel APK a while ago that Pedro was in talks to play Reed. It seemingly got confirmed, and then it was debunked, and then it was reported on again, and then it was confirmed again, whatever. No one knows if this is actually happening. It has not been confirmed, allegedly. However, the other day, the SAG website posted a new bio for Pedro saying that he is set to star in Marvel's new Fantastic Four movie. And everyone was going crazy about it, and then a few hours later it got deleted after the news had broken. Also, during that time, the Fantastic Four director Matt Shakman had shared this to his Instagram story, like, for everyone to see, seemingly, so everyone was like, oh my god, he just confirmed it himself, Pedro is playing Reed. I'm not saying I don't believe that he's playing Reed. I really think at this point, if he doesn't, I'm going to be shook because just of how much is going on. But, like, just fucking announce it. Like,
No.
I have no idea who's playing the rest of the Fantastic Four, but because everyone literally knows about Pedro, just announce it already. Put everyone out of their fucking misery because it's driving me insane. And then, a few hours later, whole Matt, his Instagram got deleted. Don't know what happened there. It was probably down
I don't know why
everybody.
we start caring about casting spoilers now. How about Kevin Feige takes
Literally.
his sniper away from something we already know to the fucking set of Daredevil Born Again?
Oh
Golly.
my
Yeah,
God.
please
That
use
pisses
your
me off.
resources somewhere else. It's stressing me out.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have no idea.
But
I
also
hope it's
Fantastic
confirmed
Four
soon.
related. I don't know if you guys have
Yeah.
seen this. I think it just happened today. The original actor who played the Thing in the original Fantastic Four movie says he knows who's playing the Thing in the
Yeah.
new one, and he's
Yeah,
talked to
So
them.
I
they
did
have
see
the
that.
cast.
So the cast is set. Like the
See,
cast
like,
has been set.
Keep it a secret though. Like, if you want to announce Pedro to give us some sort of hype, sure, all about it. But like,
Yeah.
I feel like back when, and we were all kind of talking about this yesterday, Layla. I think you were there for that conversation too. The secrecy of Marvel way back in the day was stunning. Nothing was getting spoiled. There was no.
Even up
It
to like a
wasn't.
couple
We
years
didn't
ago,
know
I
about
would
something
say.
until it was like literally like ready to go, being announced,
Yeah.
and it's getting put out.
The cast
Let's
didn't
go
know.
back to
Tom
that.
Holland thought he was attending a wedding for Iron Man's funeral.
Right.
Literally.
Come on,
Bring
like,
it
where's the
back.
secrecy?
And I remember when what's his name? The guy who plays Pietro in WandaVision. I'm blanking on his name.
Aaron Taylor
I think-
Johnson.
No. In WandaVision.
Oh, in WandaVision.
Oh, Evan
Yeah.
Peters. No.
Yeah,
Evan Peters. Yeah, I knew Peter
yeah.
was some part of it. But no one had no idea that was coming. And apparently he was on
Yeah.
set wearing like a full cloak and a black hat and
Bring
like
it
full
back,
disguise.
please.
What happened to that? Because like especially this Daredevil shit, it was bad. It's bad.
It's
I
getting
feel like
on
I've
my
watched
nerves
the
now.
entire show already.
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally.
Like it's rough. But back to the Fantastic Four. I'm the opposite of you, Jaden. I don't care. I don't give a fuck about a surprise anymore. Announce that shit. So I don't have to hear about it another second of my life. I'm
That's
sick.
true. I feel like
I'm
this is probably the
tired.
only exception I'd make because it's like it's too far gone. Let's just get it out.
I mean, do you know the amount of shitty fan castings I've seen for the Fantastic Four?
It's painful at this point. Like, please just drop it on a random Tuesday. I don't give a fuck anymore. Like,
'Cause-
just tell us.
Do you know how many fucking Stranger Things actors I've seen fan casted for Human Torch?
Oh my god.
Every single one of them at this point. Like, it's so bad. We all know Glenn should be playing that
We all
role.
know it's going to be Glenn Powell.
Right.
Exactly. We all know it, but you know,
I still want Adam Driver as Doom.
I think that
And I will
would be. I
stand
think
by
he'd be
that.
a
I could
good
get behind
Doom.
that.
Yeah, I don't really have any opinions on the cast anymore. I'm super now. I was trying to think who I want to play people other than Glenn Powell. I don't give a flying fuck at this
Yeah.
point.
I'm
The fan
so
castings
over it.
have made me anti-Fantastic Four, to be honest. Like, if Glenn Powell's not
So
the Human
real.
Torch, I'm gonna be
So
showing up to that
real.
movie being like, "Oh, I just have to be here." I don't want to be
I
here.
watched the movie. There were people in it.
Yeah. Like, I have Fantastic Four Burnout in the movie. We don't even know if the movie's begun filming yet. Like,
Yeah.
Or if it will in the next year.
it's bad.
Honestly.
But
I'm
So
so
crazy.
over it. I'm so over it.
But yeah, something we're not over though is Percy Jackson. CJ, tell us about the renewal of season 2.
I am so excited. In that call we were talking about earlier, it was announced that Percy Jackson season 2 was confirmed, renewed for season 2.
Woo-hoo. We knew
And,
it was coming.
Right.
and Rick Riordan said, "Grab your shit. We're headed to the Sea of Monsters." And he said that in very
Yes.
different language, but that was the gist of it. And I'm so excited. There's a lot of arcs. Stay off Twitter if you don't want to be spoiled, because I've literally seen talks about every single arc. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot that happened because I haven't got to read the book yet. But I'm very, very excited. they gotta get filming quick though. That's my opinion on that because
he's
you've seen
like
pictures of
shooting
Walker
up
recently.
Oh
He is.
my god!
If you thought he was taller than Leah in the show, oh my god, he's like probably 2 or 3 feet taller than her now.
Yeah.
Like he
Crazy.
towers over poor Leah, and they gotta get filming quick before that man has a deep voice and a beard.
Seriously,
I remember this would happen on Disney Channel.
Yeah.
They'd finish a season, and then you'd have your little season break, and then come back for season 3, and all of a sudden, Peter or Parker from Liv and Maddie is talking in a deep voice, and it throws me off every single time. It takes getting used to. So I hope they film quick. I don't know. I think they're working on the script still. I don't know if it's finished. I don't remember if I saw something saying it was finished, but they got to get filming. Hopefully by the end of the year, they're filming this.
Yeah.
That's my 2 cents.
I'm excited for it. I've been waiting for the Sea of Monsters to be like greenlit for like at least a few weeks now, especially
fucking
since
week 1 of the show.
Yeah, that's true. But this season 1 was a lot of fun. Season 2 is going to be a lot more fun. Sea of Monsters, the movie wasn't my favorite personally. The Lightning Thief was the better of the 2 movies that came out. So I'm excited to see kind of like how the series hopefully does a better job, which I'm sure they will. I really enjoyed the cast, obviously. So I'm really excited for this.
I do have a fan cast question. Who do we want to play Athena? Any fan cast there?
I don't know anything about the character, so I feel unqualified to answer this question.
I don't know.
Leah's
That's a tough
mom.
one.
I'm trying to think who I think would be cool. I know I've seen some. Obviously, I was here for Logan Lerman as Poseidon, so I'm going to say it again. I'm here for Alexandria Daddario as Athena. I think that could be badass and a fun way to pay homage to the old film.
Honestly, fuck yes. Absolutely.
Because before they announced the cast, I was here for the Logan Lerman as Poseidon. I thought that could have been cool as shit.
Crazy. Wow, wait. Shit, that's so sick. She would kill it too.
I know. If you haven't watched Baywatch, she's so iconic in it. She's easily the best part of that movie. Go watch it.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah. We've talked about so many projects involving The Rock today. Can we discuss that?
We need a Rock cleanse. Get rid.
We're fueling his ego.
In next week's episode, we will be doing a rewatch of Black Adam.
No rewatch. I ain't never seen it.
You know something really embarrassing? I actually really enjoyed Black Adam the first time.
Shut the fuck up.
No, and I'll tell you why. Noah Centineo. That's why I loved it. That was the only reason I enjoyed that movie. Bad. Also, Pierce Brosnan was so iconic, and I know you're gonna be like, Pierce Brosnan.
Ooh, Pierce Brosnan.
You suck, Layla. But Black Adam does suck. I tried to rewatch that 10 minutes, and I was like, what the fuck?
That was me with Shazam too, because CJ, I watched it for the first time with you, and I really enjoyed it the first time we watched it. Then I went to rewatch. I couldn't get through.
That's why I haven't rewatched Shazam 2 again. I've watched it the one time in theater and the one time I was watching with you, and both of those times were fun as fuck because they weren't serious.
Yeah.
I will, even though Shazam 2 is one of my favorite moments in superhero media ever, when Pedro it's like, I'm gay, and I'm like, yeah, all right, lit, icon.
Oh my god.
We have gone off the rails. Back to Percy Jackson season 2. Layla, what do we want to see from Percy Jackson season 2 in terms of what we saw at the finish of Percy Jackson season 1?
I don't know. I'm a bit terrified. I had so much faith in everyone, and then Luke turned out to be a little bitch boy. I hope we don't get too much Lin-Manuel Miranda, but I feel like it's coming. Yeah, I don't know. I just want to see the trio back together, kicking ass, and yeah, because I don't know anything about the story, so I'm here for it.
My resident Percy Jackson encyclopedia, my friend Jacob told me that Hermes has a very serious conversation with Percy Jackson in book 5. So I don't think that Lin-Manuel Miranda is going away anytime soon.
Jesus.
Yay.
But I am excited. I think there's a lot of cool things. I know we get a little bit, I don't want to spoil any arcs, but I know Talia becomes a little bit more important in the Sea of Monsters.
Isn't she a
So that's
fucking
cool.
tree?
Yep. Clarice gets some stuff to do in the second book, which she's pretty iconic in the first season. Besides the fact that she's a royal prick, she's still an icon. I'm excited for her. I feel like she could have a really cool redemption arc, which should be fun. So, yeah, I'm excited. I want to see Luke being evil. I love Charlie Bushnell, so I want to see him kick Walker's ass.
It won't happen. Percy's gonna kick his ass.
Yeah, probably in the fucking volume with like some
on the beach.
I was waiting.
You know, we were having a conversation the other day in the group chat about the volume, and everyone was shitting on me for hating the volume. But then I started to make some points, and guess what? People
said,
like, yep.
Actually, you might be onto something there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because everyone was like, I love the volume. And then I was like, the volume can look good. And I brought up the Underworld, because as I said on here, I thought the Underworld looked very good. But I was like, yeah, the beach sucked. Like, the beach looked like shit. Thor, Love, and Thunder. And it looked like shit. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, the volume's kind of shit. So it's bad. I hate it. It can be good, but you know, we'll see what the Batman 2 does with the volume. We'll see what the Batman 2 does, which is also 2025. As well as Superman Legacy is also 2025. And apparently Peacemaker Season 2 is 2025 as well. So
when's Joker coming out?
Joker comes out this year.
I was going to say, I think that's this year, because they've been filming for a minute.
We haven't talked about the Joker on here. I hate that movie.
Really?
I liked it.
I loved it, yeah.
It's too much for me. It was like, it's a good movie, but like, I hate watching it. I hate watching it. Which, I get why people love it. Like, filmography, cinematography-wise, like, even the story, it's brilliant. It's great shit. Joaquin Phoenix is phenomenal.
Joaquin, yeah.
Yeah. I just hate watching it. It stresses me out. It makes me uncomfortable, which is the design. But, like, it's weird. Because that normally doesn't bother me. It does with the Joker. And I hate watching it. But I'm more excited. I don't think I'm going to be that excited for Joker 2, to be honest. The fact that it's a musical.
Though.
I was going to say, Gaga as Harley, low-key.
Yeah, but it's a musical.
But it's also
Yeah, but people
Gaga.
said The Marvels was a musical, and it was a musical for like 3 minutes.
That's true. That is true. I don't know how much of a musical it is. Lady Gaga's Harley is something I'm very interested in.
Yeah.
Margot has left some very, very big shoes to fill, but this is a different Harley, I'm assuming.
I was going to say, Joker. Just with how Joker's been, it's going to be a completely different vibe.
Yeah. Also, I saw a set video, which if you're worried about Joker 2 spoilers, turn off or mute for like 30 seconds. Where she's walking out of courthouse and just starts making out with someone who was screaming at her. And that was really iconic. And stand Lady Gaga for that. Also, Lady Gaga as an actor has been good. So I'm excited.
I feel like we're going to get into her Dr. Harleen Quinzel vibes with Gaga's Harley. Yeah. So I'm excited for that.
Also, I'm very intrigued to see what they do with Harley in the DCU, now that we're on the subject of the DC universe. Yeah. I almost say you have to bring back Margot. I feel like if you don't bring back Margot, whoever gets casted in that is screwed.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
There's no way James is bringing back anyone else. Let's be real.
No.
I mean, if he's bringing back Cena as Peacemaker and everyone from that verse, you can bring back Harley. I honestly think the Suicide Squad outside of as the Joker is the most perfectly casted part of the DCU.
Yeah.
That was. John Cena, phenomenal. Idris Elba ruled. Fucking Sylvester Stallone as King Shark was brilliant. Brilliant. Yeah. Viola Davis, they already confirmed she's staying on. Which
as she should.
she is Amanda Waller.
Yeah.
There is no other option. Like she is Amanda Waller. And Peacemaker season 2, why we could talk about that too. I know we're just spiraling at this point, but Peacemaker season 1 is my favorite pieces of superhero shit ever.
Absolutely.
Easily. So good. And I'm so excited for that cast to be back. Freddie Stroma as Vigilante. There's this one scene that lives rent-free in my head for obvious reasons where they're talking about Taylor Swift's bum. And
Huh?
do you not remember that?
I haven't seen it.
What?
Oh, Layla.
Do you really want to taste it? Apparently not. They're talking about Taylor Swift's bum, and they're like, Taylor Swift has a tiny bum. It's a cute little tiny bum you just want to hold.
Layla, you have to watch Peacemaker.
And I know Taylor Swift probably hated it. I know she probably saw it. She was probably pissed the fuck off. I giggled.
I feel like the only
That show is
person
so
that can
fun.
get
It's
away
so out
with
of
humor
pocket.
like that is John Cena. Like, there's just no way. Like, nobody else can get away with it.
John Cena is so weird because every project he's in, he's like the funniest motherfucker ever. But like that man in real life, I don't know. This is so niche, but I watched a show called Total Bellas and Total Divas, which was like a WWE reality TV show about like the women in WWE, and like he was with Nikki Bella for a long time, and she was like the star of that show. He is one boring ass motherfucker. It's not on camera. Like he is the most grainy. But I don't know him personally. I just know what I've seen him from on the reality TV show. And as we know, reality TV shows aren't always what they seem. And it might just made him uncomfortable to be on camera. But he also had these like house rules, which if these aren't real, I don't know why he agreed to it because it paid him as a dick. Because he had like 10 rules that Nikki Bella couldn't do in his house. And they were all like she couldn't cook or something when she was in his house. Like it was weird. They were weird rules. If you're ever bored, look up John Cena's house rule scene and you'll just be like, what the fuck?
Golly.
But he's so funny. Genuinely, he's one of my favorite actors just because of how fucking, even in Barbie, when he popped up for like maybe 10 seconds, I died. Yeah. I was dead. He just gets humor and his timing's amazing. And Peacemaker, the way he brings so much versatility to that role is insane. Because Peacemaker will have you laughing your ass off and then he stabs Rick Flag. Yeah. Like, it's insane. I love him.
Absolutely insane. But yeah, I mean, that's gonna.
Sorry, guys. Hashtag my B.
This happens every time.
It's all right. If it's not Taylor, it's gonna be Peacemaker.
Layla, watch
I gotta watch it.
You have to.
On Max. I don't know if do you guys have Max.
That's for homework.
No.
I have no idea what it's on then.
You know how I'm gonna watch it anyway.
Hey, we do not promote that here.
Says you.
Right.
Literally promoted it last 2 weeks. Don't be like us, guys. Be better.
Yeah. Be better.
Yeah, be better.
I don't know. The economy's rough, okay? We have to do what we gotta do.
In it.
You're telling me $15 for a movie ticket? Huh?
Yeah. Or you could just get AMC stubs and go to 3 movies a week for $20 a month.
I get free movies for a month for $9.99. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Let's go to Jaden. You gotta get on a movie pass if you don't have one. It's literally go to. That's why I'm able to go to the theater so much.
Gab and I have been on the fence about it for like months now. I think we just need to pull the trigger and do it. Because every time we see it like an ad whenever we go to the theaters, we're like, yo, we should do this. And then we completely do
it. So like with the AMC one, you pay for it back after you see 2 movies. And like I've been seeing like 6-7 movies a month in theaters.
Oh shit.
So like it's so worth it.
That might be the vibe.
It allows me to see movies I'm not that excited for, like The Beekeeper, which rules, by the way. The Beekeeper fucking rules. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. And then Lisa Frankenstein, which doesn't rule as much, but
Lisa Frankenstein is nice. A movie that CJ watched.
And there were people in it.
Actors in it. Yeah. There was also some songs, and there was
cinematography.
There was cinematography. There was hair and makeup.
Mm-hmm.
The costumes were good. I can say that much.
All right. Well, if there's nothing else,
Noon's an industry plant.
Real.
God damn it. If there's anything else we'd like to say to close out our episode, now would be the time. All right.
Justin,
Well,
if you're listening, I didn't mean it.
John Cena, if you're
Yeah.
listening, give me a follow, bro. Please. I'm begging you.
TJ, he's literally your oomph, and you're dissing him.
He also, he's my mutual.
Oh my god.
I
Yeah.
didn't
So
diss him on purpose.
Okay.
I dissed him
Tell
on
that
Total
to John.
Divas, but that was a long
that
time
to
ago.
John.
John Cena, I love you. I'm sure
We all
you've
do.
changed from Total Divas. Also, reality TV isn't real. I know. I'm just observing what I saw.
Mm-hmm.
Also, watch
Oh,
Total
John
Divas.
Cena.
It's so
All right.
funny.
John Cena's an icon. But just recently, The Marvels was on Disney, got put on Disney Plus. Give that a rewatch because it is a fucking phenomenal movie.
So good.
So much
We
fun.
just watched
that end
it
credits are
last
so
night.
wild.
And it was utter perfection. I actually had more fun the second time around, and I don't
Yeah,
really
me
get to
too.
say that. I don't get to say that very often, so that's really cool. Next week we got Madam Web coming out, so if you're a Sony stan, go ahead and see
Movie
it.
of the year.
Yeah, no, for sure. He also said that about Morbius.
And that was the movie of the year.
And your
I'm
point,
alright.
you lost. You
Eh.
lost. You know, if there's one thing about the Morbius verse, is that it's gonna serve content. I remember
Yeah.
that scene of Matt Smith dancing, looking hot as
Yep.
hell
Yep.
in Morbius.
Yep.
What's your favorite movie, Jaden? Was Matt Smith dancing shirtless to a beautiful song in that? Was there vampires? Was there bats?
Was that Adria Arjona?
Was there Vulture coming in from a
There's
different
no
universe? Nope.
No, I could never. Also, big news. Sometime in the future, we're looking to do a live show. So that's gonna be kind of in the works here. So definitely stay tuned for that because we're super excited. It'll be our first live show.
That'll be
And something
chaotic.
that we've been wanting to do for a while. So definitely
They're
check
never
into
gonna let
that.
us do it ever again.
Yeah, we're trying to plan something that the live listeners and audience can participate in, whether it be
Oh,
like
yeah.
a prediction show or something. We're cooking up something.
We're cooking for sure. And we have a lot in the works, honestly, and we're super excited for the next few months here. So definitely stay tuned for that. Check out our socials.
Dune 2
Fandom
soon.
Academy. Dune 2 comes
Yeah.
out with the popcorn
Watch
bucket.
first.
Hopefully
They're already selling it. I was so tempted last night. I was so tempted when I saw it. It was
kinda want
$25. I was like, I have to wait till my next paycheck, but bet your ass next paycheck I'm here and I'm buying that bucket.
Oh, for
for the
sure. Just for
memes.
shits and gigs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually, not just for shits and gigs.
You're done. You're done.
Anyways,
You're done. Goodbye, CJ. Leave. Yeah, so just check out our socials at Fandom Academy with 2 Y's on TikTok and Fandom Academy on Instagram. Also check out Agents of Fandom TikTok. I'll be putting some stuff on there, just random reels and whatnot. So yeah, CJ and Layla, where can the people find you? CJ, we'll start with you.
First, I'd like to issue a public apology. I regret my actions. TJ's work made me this way, and I blame him full-heartedly.
It's all
And you can
TJ's
also find me on Twitter at CJDart_, and also go shoot TJ a DM saying hashtag you ruined CJ, and then send it to him.
Layla, where can the people find you?
You can find me anywhere at FalconsNat. I'm still on my John Travolta marathon on Letterboxd. If you want to go and follow along with that, I'm doing that with Jamie Direct. It's been a lot of fun. Next week, I am going to the Dune 2 world premiere in London. And then a few days later, I'm also going to a screening of the film on the 21st of Feb. So I'm going with Millie, Agents of Fandom's very own Millie. So I'm sure we'll be on in a couple weeks to give our slight review of Dune 2 before it releases on March 1st.
Millie making her debut.
Millie coming on to Fandom Academy. It's been a long time coming, and it's going to be a fun episode. And yeah.
It's been a long time.
Absolutely.
coming,
Yeah, and you guys
I
can
was
find
thinking that in
me
my head.
pretty much everywhere at jaden.cmduran. I'll be putting out some bartending content. You can also find me at duran.drinks. And yeah, this was a good episode. We had a lot to talk about, and we have a lot coming up in the next few weeks. So definitely stay tuned. And thanks for listening.
Sorry,
Bye,
John
guys.
Cena.
I love you, John.
Love you, John.